This is Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by my old friend and social media sparring partner, Billy Nelson. Billy, how are you?
I'm fine, Danny. Cheers.
You're getting over the devastation of England's defeat at the weekend, having been a born and bred Englishman.
I'm torn apart, mate. Torn apart.
I can tell.
I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel yet.
It looks that way, mate. It looks that way. Just tell us, first of all, where you are right now.
I'm in Reykjavik, just on the outskirts of Reykjavik. I'm over here training. I've been asked by representatives of Hafthor Bjornsson to come over and train him for his fight against Eddie Hall in September in Florida.
And for people out there that don't know, Thor Bjornsson, or Hafthor Bjornsson, to give him his full name, is renowned strongman, actor, stuntman, several things. Game of Thrones, probably most famously as the Mountain. The fight with Eddie Hall was originally scheduled, I think, for earlier this year, but obviously with the pandemic and everything, it's been delayed. Eddie Hall, world's strongest man, contestant from the UK. I've spoken to him about the fight probably about a year ago now. He's really up for it. But all the clips I've seen online certainly favour your man. Just first of all, tell us how it came about, how they got in touch with you and asked you to help.
I just took a phone call from people who were representing Arthur, and they said, would you be available to train him? He says, we're looking for an experienced coach to train him for his fight. I mean, I'm perfectly honest with you, 4 weeks ago, I didn't know who he was. I certainly never knew who he was, or I've never watched Game of Thrones, you know what I mean? So...
That's a bombshell in itself.
I thought, well, you know, with the trouble I'm having with Martin getting here, getting to the UK, I mean, it's been ridiculous. And the gym basically being quiet in general. I was going to say I got permission off my work. I never got permission off my work. Well, I did. They said I could take unpaid leave, and then the day before I left, they withdrew my contract, which was nice of them. So I'll probably go back as a sessional worker when I go back. But everything's worked out well. And within a week, they asked me to be a full-time coach, right, leading right up to September. So I said yes.
Does that mean you'll be staying out in Iceland for most of that time?
Probably staying here beginning of August and then going to Florida.
Well, there's worse places to do your job.
Oh, I've also been asked to go with him on a private jet from Iceland to Germany at the end of this month, just for a day. So that'll be an experience, wouldn't it?
Oh, sounds awful, Billy. I sympathise with you, obviously. You know, tough job.
I'd rather be in Green Girls, Danny, to be quite honest with you. I'd rather be in Green Girls.
You said about getting permission from your job. Did you get permission from the wife? Because obviously, and you know, she's got to look after the dogs now on her own as well.
I know she has. No, I've only got the one dog now. No, my wife's very supportive of me, Danny. For day one, she's been supportive. As a kid or on, I said I loved boxing before I loved you. So she's very supportive. She is.
Good stuff. Now, when you first started working with Thor, say first day in the gym, what were you expecting, first of all, and then how did it match up to your expectations?
I didn't know what to expect, to be quite honest with you. I mean, for the time I got offered it, to the time I got here was only 5 days. So I'd done a wee bit of research on the internet, and I realised that I knew he'd fought Stephen Ward, and I also knew that he'd fought Simon Bilali. So I watched and studied those fights, and when I got to the gym, the first day we got to the gym, and I mean, it's amazing and what he's done in 3.5 weeks. He was blowing out his pipe after 4 rounds on the pads. He really was. And see, the last 3 days, he's done 6 rounds sparring each day, followed by 4 rounds on the pads or bags. Okay, he's still tired at the end of it, but what an improvement. And obviously, technically wise, you need to remember, Danny, he's a novice. But the rate of improvement in 10, 11 weeks, I mean, I think he could look half decent.
Do you kind of respect him more than the likes of, Jake Paul and people like that, in that he's actually crossing swords with other professional fighters, the likes of, I know they're exhibitions, but Vallily, Stephen Ward, he's actually getting accustomed to what a proper boxer does.
Well, not only that, he's reached the pinnacle of his own sport. So he's got the professional athlete's mentality, winning mentality, and he picks things up really, really well.
How much of it do you kind of work on tactics for the fight itself? Because it's not like a normal fight where you go on YouTube, watch a load of Eddie Hall previous performances, is it? Like, no one really knows what he's going to be like.
No, I'm more concerned with getting his technical ability improved, which it has enormously so far, and that's credit to him for picking it up. Getting his stamina up, his cardiovascular, and it is. I mean, it's improving. I mean, you wouldn't believe the difference in him. It's really, really good. I'm really happy.
Are there certain limitations with someone with his physique? Obviously, there's limitations with him being a novice and not having experience, but with someone of that physique as well, does it make it harder for things in boxing that require a lot of flexibility, agility, that kind of thing?
Well, Danny, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I've seen worse heavyweights than him.
Yeah, I can believe that.
I have, Danny, and that's the God's honest truth. And I'm not blowing smoke up his arse. No. He's an all right. He could be an okay boxer. Of course, he's a bit slower. He's 24 stone. He's 6'8". He's built like a shithouse door. I mean, he's huge. The first time I seen him, I'm like, and he's not the biggest guy, and he's actually got his own, kind of weights gym here. You want to see there was a guy there the other night. My God, he made him look like me. Him, unbelievable. Just the height, no his size, the height. I mean, he was about 7'1". He was huge, and he was carrying these big things either side of him. Unbelievable. I couldn't budge him.
I can imagine.
I did try.
At least you tried. Yeah, I was going to say most people wouldn't have tried. Thor, is he going to do this more than once, or is this just a one-off, as far as you know?
Well, as far as I'm led to believe, there might be a rematch clause in the contract. If it's a good fight, they might do it again. I don't know. You need to speak to the promoter about that. But he'd be more than happy to fight other people as well, I'm sure.
And you'll be in the corner on fight night, of course. What's the actual date on that? Where is it? And how can people get tickets and stuff?
It's mid-September in Jacksonville, when tickets went on sale. I think in the first 6 hours they sold over 1,000 tickets.
Right, okay. That doesn't surprise me.
I think it's quite a big thing over in America, the strongman thing as well.
Wow. Now, you mentioned Martin earlier, and we should talk about that. He's back home at the moment in Congo. Big problems getting him back to the UK. Just tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Danny, to get him here, to get him to the UK on a sportsman's tier 2 visa, he needs a sponsor license. Right. Well, he doesn't. Somebody does. So I've applied for it. It clearly says in the Home Office documents that it takes 8 weeks. Unfortunately, we're now in the 19th or 20th week.
Jesus.
Because at near the end of the 8th week, there was a discrepancy between the Home Office and the British Boxing Board of Control regarding criteria. What as far as I'm led to believe, it's how the British Boxing Board of Control determine who's an elite boxer, elite sports person, and it was just the wording. It was a simple thing as wording, and it's took them 10 weeks plus to sort that out. But it's now sorted, and I'm led to believe again from the Home Office and my lawyer that it should be resolved today. And so when I get that license, we apply for Martin's visa for him, his wife, and his son to come to the UK.
And when would you, I know it's hard to say because of how long you've already been waiting, when would you expect him to be back? And in that case, when would you then expect him to be in action? Towards the end of the year, I guess.
No, he'll be fighting September.
Okay.
He's fighting in September.
So when do you think he'll be back in the UK to train? Well, you're not going to be in the UK though, are you?
No, he's going to come and meet me. He's going to come and meet me. He's fighting in September. He's going to come and meet me in August, and hopefully in August. And then on his return to Congo after his fight, he'll pick up his visa and come straight to the UK with his family.
So there's no issue with him getting to the US?
That's the perfect scenario.
So there's no issue with him getting to America?
None whatsoever.
Ah, okay. Well, that's good. It's kind of worked out kind of okay then.
I hope so. Aye.
Do you know when exactly in September he'll be fighting, or on what show or anything like that?
Of course I do.
I was going to say, obviously you do know, yeah, but can you tell me?
I can't say just now. I'd rather the promoters announce that.
Okay. How tough has it been getting the stick you've had to deal with on social media about Martin obviously not being able to fight Filip Hrgović for all the reasons you've just outlined, but people maybe not knowing the full story?
I don't give a toss what they say on Twitter, Danny, to be quite honest with you. I really don't give a monkey's. That's how he couldn't fight him. I can't guarantee when Martin could be with me. We would have fought Hrgović. We want to fight Hrgović. There's no issue. Believe me when I tell it, no issue whatsoever. And as far as I'm led to believe now, Hrgović is having a warm-up fight as well on the 28th of August. So we'll only be fighting. We'll be fighting shortly after that. Let's make it after that. If it's there still, we'll take that, no problem.
Are you surprised that a lot of other fighters in the IBF top 10 have reportedly turned down the fight with Hrgović? Because at least Martin's got a valid reason. I'm not sure if it's the same for everyone else.
Oh, I'm shocked at it. Why would they be scared? I mean, listen, you're meant to be professional fighters. We said we'd take the fight. Don't listen to any bullshit you've heard from anybody else. We said, yes, we'll take the fight, but we can't fight on August 29th because it's far too soon. And September really would have been too soon as well. Why should we sacrifice a short training camp? And you know, I've had people, top coaches in the UK message me and saying, you're quite right and not taking it. You need the full camp. People in their wee bedrooms on their wee computers think that 3 weeks is good enough or 4 weeks is good enough to fight Filip Hrgović. No danger. We respect him 100%. He's a quality fighter. He's a quality. Maybe he's that good a fighter. People have rejected to fight him, but we won't reject to fight him. We'll fight him, no problem.
Do you worry at all, given how hard it's been to get Martin fights in the past, that an opportunity like this may not come around soon again?
It will come around. Or maybe not that one, but other one, because he's in the top 15 of the WBC now. He's also in, I think it's 14 in the IBF. So, and listen, once he's active again, Danny, he'll be moving up those rankings 100%. There's nobody who wouldn't fight. I mean, I've told you before, people might think, oh, he's full of shite. I'm telling you, he'll fight anybody. And if you know me the way you think you know me, you know I'm telling the truth.
Before I let you go, obviously there's another heavyweight fight on the horizon. It hasn't been officially announced yet, but between Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk. Just how do you see that kind of panning out? What's your view on it?
Well, I think Anthony will need to use his physical advantages over him. I think he needs to maybe turn it into a bit of a fight because, you know, Alexander Usyk has got a fantastic boxing brain, great ability. I think Anthony's speed of feet is going to be very important in this fight. Closing the distance down, cutting the ring off. If he can do that, I would hope that he would better catch up with him. But if he doesn't, he's on a world of trouble on points.
Appreciate the insight. I'm going to let you get back to it. The tough job out in Iceland, private jets, and looking forward to Florida. But enjoy it. Obviously, doing a great job with Thor, and I hope you and Martin are reunited soon.